stories aside, it's map number 2. He's up 1-0. In the top right corner of the map is going to be the Terran God himself, ByuN.
In the bottom left, as the red Terran, it's KeeN.
So, KeeN is not bad. He looked amazing at Gfinity. It was like the best we've seen him in a long time. But every time we've seen him since then, whether it's the Lima Leagues or random qualifiers, I don't know. KeeN seems to fail to impress. I like KeeN, though. Like, I am actually a KeeN fan. So it kind of sucks knowing that he can play so much better.
I really have a tough time attributing the Gfinity win to much. I know that's pretty bad, and there were some like good players in that tournament and whatnot, but I just hear Gfinity and I'm usually not impressed.
Well, it's not that I'm trying to drop the name Gfinity and impress, but I just mean like that was that era, that circuit, that weekend where KeeN looked better than ever. I mean, we got to cast him in the qualifiers, and he looked fantastic.
I honestly do not remember those qualifiers.
Actually, there's not a lot of... Okay, so here's the thing, guys. I don't pretend to be a humble person. I don't try and be the nicest guy in the world. But I also try not to be a dick about things. But this is going to be the one time where I think having an ego is appropriate, where... It's funny you say, like, Gfinity doesn't impress. Because I actually think we get more viewers on average for anything. We could do a $100 cup and probably have, like, a better viewer average than they do for these big tournaments.
Ooh.
And that's not meant to be shots fired. It's just I wish Gfinity would, like, combination market better / host better. Like, they have the potential to do so much cool stuff. It is actually just a bit of a bummer seeing them with low viewers every time they run their events.
Well, I have to praise this.
Okay, well, Hellion's looking for the Hellion, or sorry, Hellion's looking for the Reapers currently. He's just kind of walking around.
Yeah, if KeeN has had his, week months ago, ByuN is having his month / year at this point. Starting like, October is when he started really just playing in every single tournament. Not winning every single tournament. It's only been recently, but playing in every single one that we've hosted.
Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to figure out the whole time listening. I'm like, what is she talking about in chat? Praising something? What? Then I see the shots fired at Oli Moly. poor Oli Moly. I feel so bad for her. This little red-headed stepchild with her lisp just stuck in the corner. No one wants to call her by name.
Wow! That is so rude.
Just kidding. We love Olivia, guys. And she's, of course, the one who's been adminning all this. And I'm using this as a bad way to segue into a big thank you to her for, once again, helping admin the Corsair Cups, helping make sure all this stuff runs smoothly. She is seriously a big part of this, and I can't tell you guys how difficult this would be without her. So thank you so much, Olivia. But Hellion's going to unload here, and unfortunately, this isn't going to get much done for KeeN. Nice thing is this wasn't a big dedication from him either, but 2 SCVs killed, not entirely worth it.
Not at all. At least the medevac survived. Something going for him, but dips down in army, dips down, has been down in workers as well. KeeN just not getting anything done with his aggressive maneuvers. ByuN has no problem defending and getting a lead off of it too. To the warning.
Stream delay is great sometimes because you can warn people of the stupid things you say.
Yeah.
So it looks like ByuN says, like, I feel like ByuN is kind of, okay, we always paint him to be this really cool heroic Terran, but maybe he's like a bit of a villain. He's like, let me show you. I'm going to use your own attack against you and kill you with it. 3 Hellions, 2 Marines, and he's going to try and do some damage with this. I don't know if he will, but I just feel better for him because it's ByuN. In fact, he comes in with damaged Hellions for this no less too.
I'll show you how it's really done.
Even just picking out some SCBs, building the barracks, okay, that's already the same amount of workers killed, but it stalls out production, which is incredibly annoying for KeeN.
And he saves all of his units.
Even better. Even better.
What up?
So you kind of mentioned before about how ByuN plays in a lot of the stuff we host, /cast, /see everywhere. And I get so worried about this. We've talked about this in serious conversation where, like, do players stop signing up and stop showing up because they're just like, well, what's the point? ByuN's going to win anyways. I mean, is there a problem where you hit StarCraft 2 and you're too good?
There wasn't for Flash, but those are bigger tournaments.
Ooh.
Yay. That is a big drop from KeeN, and if one thing could bring him back from his deficit in both army and workers and upgrades, it would be a good drop. This isn't exactly a doom drop. It's 2.25 of a drop, but he scans the main. He was gonna go right into like the middle of the main, which is usually not what you want to do, and sees that everything is already set up. There's not much he'd be able to do with just Marines.
This is a little bit dangerous because of the engineering base being here, but I don't think this is going to get too out of hand. What with the tanks to defend, Marines spread out really nicely, and KeeN's drop falls flat once again, only killing 2 SCVs. He's cursed with the number 2.
He really wanted to do a lot more with his stim timing, but there's just nothing to be done with such a good defensive setup from ByuN. It's been a bad series, unlucky series for KeeN, and he still has a lot to catch up on in this game specifically.
Well, keep in mind, guys, the winner of this goes on to fight against Sulky, and at this rate, it's looking like a potential ByuN Sulky finals, which would be pretty fantastic if you ask me. But for poor KeeN, I mean, they just can't get anything done this game. I want to see some awesome comeback. I would love to see a game 3, but at this rate, it's not happening. I'm dead. I'm so dead meat. Olivia's gonna kill me. You know what it is? Oh my god. She's like, hey Rifkin, why don't you stay at my place for DreamHack? And I'm gonna think nothing of it and be like, yeah, that sounds great, Olivia. Then she's gonna kill me in my sleep. So hear it now, guys. My live video will.
I just imagine her.
I leave all my stuff to Zombie Grub, but under the condition she deletes my internet history without looking at it.
Like you're sleeping and she just walks in, sits down, and stares at you and brings out a notebook. Just writes Graham Rogers.
No, here's the thing. Here's what she would do, right? And this is like me being totally serious. She wouldn't kill me right away. She would videotape herself being able to kill me in many situations and not do it. And then the day she's going to kill me, she would make me watch all of that.
Can you imagine like a cute like Olivia just being like, and this is how I'd stab him to death.
I'm like asleep and she's just like, this pillow, this could fit right over his face.
Oh my god, we're totally off topic. This is actually a really good drop by KeeN.
Yeah, Command Center goes down for ByuN. Shut up and cast the game. This actually is still not being cleaned up, which is a little problematic. I mean, the dedication of this also draws ByuN's attack force back home. He was looking to get across the map, maybe establish some control, but for KeeN's sake, maybe all it takes is a little bit of negativity from the casters, and he starts saying, F you, let me show you how it's done. However, we praise him, and it starts falling apart, so we just need to say nothing about KeeN for the rest of the game.
Just stop. Just
KeeN.
Completely stop casting.
KeeN, you're shits. You're the worst player I've ever seen.
Damn.
Now he's going to kill everything, right? Is that how that works? No,
Maybe.
but in all seriousness, that was a fantastic drop. Killing that natural command center was huge because KeeN didn't have his own third. But the problem is, despite that kill, he still comes out even at best because ByuN does have a third down. He is mining off of it. His supply count is still outrageously large. I mean, come on, KeeN. I'm hoping. Where's those other drops, man? You got to make them happen.
There's 2 going into the third as ByuN moves out, so he could potentially snipe this base or at least get a lot of SCV kills. This was pretty perfect. It was hidden.
He's gonna get another command
There wasn't
center,
any
for sure.
reinforcements. He is gonna mass repair.
Just barely doesn't have the DPS through the Marines to out repair this, or out DPS to repair.
Yeah, it goes through the SCVs, but a little too late. The tank is now covering them, so could have been a little bit better. Could have gotten a lot more SCVs and made this into almost like, well, not quite a base trade, but a kind of almost do or die situation for ByuN. Now he's only still down by 3 SCVs, and not such a big deal. Obviously up in upgrades as well as that army. Loses a tank. Not the greatest start to a fight. ByuN's not going to be able to push KeeN on this 2 bases, but seeing no third base is still a good sign for him.
Well, when it comes to upgrades, ByuN once again is that 2-2 versus 1-1, which is very important when it comes to taking these Marine fights. Mostly because his army is, of course, mostly Marines, but on top of the fact that the upgrades just give him that big advantage. And where we saw last game kind of ended up just being like, okay, push, take one big fight, pow, explosions, win. I kind of feel like that's what this is building up to. As again, he's just going to have that really, in every respect, better army. People discussing Homestar Cup as well. ByuN has unfortunately officially withdrawn Homestar Cup. What they're going to do is give it the invite spot to Reality, since Reality was the second place finisher in that qualifier, I believe. And if Reality declines, then they're just going to invite at their own discretion. But sadly, ByuN has declined. People have been asking us if we're going. I wish, guys. The last one was so good. I hope to God I get to go to another Homestar Cup before I died. Or before I die, but well, it depends if Olivia gets to me first. But unfortunately, Germany's quite a whiles away. It's quite expensive to go there, so we won't be going to this one because we weren't invited. But hopefully next year, fingers are crossed.
Once again, dropping into that third base, consistent damage could really help KeeN, as soon enough he'll be able to float over his main command center, or his natural, like either one, both getting low, and take a third base. His army supply was getting back to even. They were around 100, but then ByuN really kicked it into high gear and is now up once more by about 30. And of course, those upgrades still far ahead. KeeN needs to take a absolutely fantastic engagement, or he's definitely going to lose.
He's got more tanks, so the possibility is certainly there, but the likelihood maybe isn't so much. Both players still scanning, just trying to keep eyes on each other's army. I mean, the tank drop, that delay from the shots makes this very difficult to actually pick and choose fights for either side of this, really. And for KeeN, this gets really worrisome because the further he has to get into defending... Oh, I like that. That was actually a really smart move. Did that on purpose. He unloads, or moves the Marines forward so he can take the shots and unload his tanks. The precision on that was really cool, but ByuN just says screw it and picks up and walks away.
Walk away, man. He's almost maxed out and will be accruing a bank soon enough. Bank to get a fourth base, bank to get more production, and ensure his victory, basically. Because even if he takes a bad fight, in the next couple of minutes, his production and income will be so strong, it won't even really matter. He just runs in here.
Yeah, this same thing happened last time. He does this without the tanks. He says, you know what, if all your tanks are on the right side, I could just go to the main potentially. Throws away way too many Marines. I mean, ByuN getting a little overzealous in this fight, realizing he's starting to throw it packs away, and this is a smart choice for sure.
I don't know what KeeN is scanning. He scans ByuN's natural third something, like right in the middle. Maybe seeing, like, is there a fourth base potentially already down? Or just maybe thinking about dropping, but realizing that there's another huge army on the defense.
He was thinking about dropping, so now he's got to load these Marines one at a time for the medevac, and that just gives him less Marines to fight with on top of this army. But ByuN, despite losing the fight, still comes out double the army supply ahead. Round 2 is ready to go.
Yeah, that's what KeeN scanned, and I'm surprised when he scanned that he didn't just GG. As now that's army is going to have 3-3. Pretty darn scary. Going to be 2-1 ahead of KeeN. Come on, ByuN. Go attack. Go in the game.
You're like the owner trying to call your kitty over. You're like patting the ground like, come on, come on, up.
It never works.
Up. Come on, ByuN. Up.
But that's basically what it is. He can end the game easily. Twice the army supply, a little bit more. Is securing his fourth base, I suppose, while pushing out, kind of, because his fourth base is his main base, and it's floating over to the right as opposed to the left. The KeeN doesn't really have enough army to even drop. Because one drop on the fourth base would probably be able to kill it. It is so far away from any reinforcements. But he's also supply blocked, and that's just going to keep the game.
It's a lackluster ending, but it makes a lot of sense. He knew exactly where his position was in the game. All the scans kind of confirming that too. And that army supply, that's 3-3. Oh, so many things going against KeeN at the end of that game. But now we move on to the final.